Hello, everybody. I am here to give you a message. I've been asked to give this message on a term called cognitive dissonance and what it is exactly. It's a term that's been known in psychology and neurology. It's a term we've used in therapy, cognitive dissonance. I want to explain to you through the actual experience as myself experiencing and experienced and the experiencer of cognitive dissonance as you ascend. This is a hard conversation to have. I've sat here for like a half hour thinking about what to say about it, even after I had a conversation with my daughter about it today when she asked me what is cognitive dissonance. And I told her her mind is going to split in two. And I then saw she wasn't grasping. And when I say that to people, your mind is going to split in two. It's a hard concept to understand. So I use the analogy with her with electricity, and you think of two charges of electricity in an outlet, and sometimes when you plug a plug into an outlet, it backfires and it poofs, and there's the gray smoke on the wall. And I said that's like cognitive dissonance in the human mind. When you begin to awaken, it's as if you plug in an outlet to receive that communication, and all of a sudden that communication blows up, and now you have this current that's trying to reach the other current that it's used to connecting to, and it's fried. And not only is that connection fried, the entire neural network of the brain fries. That is the process of cognitive dissonance. Your brain literally breaks in two, which is the splitting of the earth, the splitting of the brain, the splitting of the walnut, so that it can come back and reconnect, replug into an outlet that has a new currency, a new frequency, a new charge that lights you up in the brain and in the heart. Cognitive dissonance was the mind not in connection with the solar heart, the planetary heart. So that's a concept that is being created now. What is the planetary heart? What is the heart of God? And your brain and your heart both experience cognitive dissonance because your heart is also a brain. So you are now going to plug this neural network in the brain into the neural network of the heart as the new light source, the new energy force, the new frequency, the new dial you turn and communicate with. That is cognitive dissonance as the human experience. And when you do that, when you go through this process, you don't do it alone. You do and you don't, okay? So you have a team of beings that come to you and wake you up, and they carry you in a womb of creation to a sacred space. And in that space, they begin to communicate with you through a bridge and a portal. That can only be accessed by you. Nobody can do this for you. Nobody can step into a gateway or a portal and receive God's grace unless one is willing to surrender to God's grace. Unless you're willing to surrender to yourself, because you're the person that's going to be waking you up. Your mind will process this in multiple ways. Cognitive dissonance will stretch your mind beyond its current capacity to understand the nature of life and the order of things. And the separating of the brain, the splitting of the brain, is the deconstruction of the patterns based off of beliefs that society and you and I and all partook of. And now we remember that we have another I. We have another source. And so when you split that brain in two and you go out into the ether, the aether, the space, the womb of Mama Gaia, and you're surrounded by a network, a team of light beings, one of who is you, and it occurs to you as though they're other people, and they're not, they are you. And you may or may not be with you and your other self here incarnate on this earth, or up there who's going to be carnating with you here on earth in a way that you will begin to understand. It's a triad. It's the trifecta effect. It's the harmonic convergence, pairing everything within the solar flare, the solar body, the light beam that we are, that again incorporates into the center of the body and the brain, the light pillar that goes up through the center of the body. Again, is cognitive dissonance, because you're beginning to understand you're a planetary body, not just this molecular structure we thought we were in flesh. And the brain and the soul and the mind and the heart bring and bridge all these things together. In the ether, because of the frequencies that spin out there, it's safe for our vessel to incorporate that information and not kill or overload the circuitry that we were, are, will be, and never will be connected to again in this miraculous way. And so the human mind basically fries out so that it can deconnect, so that it can rebuild its neural network, its neural patterns free of the charge it had before, so that it builds all these connections to plug back in, to have harmony. So as you move through this process, understand that, again, It is a process. It's natural evolution. It's ascension. It's the Great Awakening. It's everything anybody calls it. It's all of it. There's no discrimination in anyone's perception of their own experience inside of evolution. It is your experience to be had. And that's where you find solidarity. And that's where you again find duality, because yet you need solidarity and time to process on your own and come to your own understandings. Yet you crave human affection in a way that humans don't know yet. Because it's beyond the current human perception to love in an authentic way with Creator and beyond. So if you feel like you're going crazy, if you feel like you're seeing things and hearing things and having outer body experiences, astral projections, vivid dreams, you're seeing damn aliens, you're seeing shit you've never seen before. It's real. And it gets realer, it gets vivider, it becomes life as you ascend. When you ascend, being ascended. It never ends. The ascension never, ever ends. Evolution never, ever ends. Death never fucking ends. We don't die. That's the greatest fucking lie. Get over the fact that you're gonna die. You're already dead. Now fucking be reborn. So that all of all become one. It's getting over yourself, your selfishness, your selfish needs, and identifying with a source that is pure love, pure creation, pure intention. It wants you as much as you want it. So accept it and surrender and give it your all and ascend and accept the fact you're not gonna fucking die. You died already. You're here. Be reborn. That is the message of cognitive dissonance as the human American experiment. May peace be with you.